Alright. The tome of imagination, inspiration. Enter the pointless detail showing creator. Surprised this one was on sale. I'm surprised I got this one on sale. Well, doing his thoughts or dreams, he realized that he valued his life instead of. We have been planning to focus our efforts. And It's a cheap maintenance. The long story among the customers were kidding about the skills in the kitchen. We're seeing more customers from Rice Solitude. They're not only coming from the drinking, but our new food offering are proving popular in our own right. A step in our direction, but we might even have gained a few regulars. But we need more than that to turn things around. Don't worry, I've always mom's ahead. I made my way over to Telmra when I headed our Telmra? You must have crossed some dangerous territory to get there. I have to say, I'm a little impressed. It was worth the journey. It was worth... You've seen a number of dwarven customers since. Sadly, most of them only made the one visit. They're not shy when it comes to ordering food and drink, but the problem must lie elsewhere. In that case, why don't you ask them over there? Let's ask two of my people. Good evening, student. Sorry to interrupt, but do you mind if we ask you a few questions? Tally ho! Tally ho? There you go. Now then, you said you have some questions. You gave us free drinks, and the least we can do is hear you out, so ask away. I noticed that the visitors from Tarma rarely come here more than once. Why do you think that could be? It's not the fault of the booze or the grub, I can tell you that much. Very tasty and a lot more fairly priced than you might expect in Yulmore. I'm glad the food and drinks are to your liking, so what's the problem? I hate to say it, but this place is a bit on the dull side. The dancing is all well and good, but we dwarfs can't enjoy our grog without an old-fashioned sing-song. We've got songs for ale, songs for me, and songs for wine. Something for every occasion. Well, every occasion involves drinking, which is all of them. But as soon as we try any of that in here, everyone looks at us as we just pissed all over the bar. As if we are some proper singing instead of stinky rubbish. You know, we go swig out to our heart's content. I don't know. I didn't know dwarves were so musically inclined. I think that's all for now, gents. You'll be very... We gotta fix this plot thing. Nice. We the dwarves become regulars. We need to feel at home without making any customers feel like they aren't. I think it's time we offered a wide range of music. I have just the mind to be a boss to the bugger. And I doubt the brand of high pitch. Boy, watch your cheeky sod. I know full well where my talent is. Thank you very much. What I'm saying is a singer to perform something simply for the dwarves and other head. The queen be permission, of course. I'll need a proper costume and there are plenty of dancers, but the vocalist should have something to make them stand out of the rest. Sounds like a plan, since you're basically telling that we better leave the fight. I don't know what to do about the costumes though, unless we put the Kaiser in charge. Can we count on you? Let's get to work then. I have to check the message. I'm getting a lot of them. I knew I was right to ask you for help. You got higher quality skills to match. I especially will be busy. I myself better than I did. Thankfully I have no sword as a force by the village, not to mention our fine policy request on as advised. I will see them carried out with due caution. If my darling is reopened, there's little time for sweets and tea. I must confess I know very little of the Talos or any working, but numbers, my dear, is where I can play my part. It's the best card ever. They make it more automatically, because that's how our game works. That's it. Who's this? Look at those. Oh my god, it's the witch. I didn't even know it was them. I should have like... Whatever, I didn't know it was them because I literally did not know it was them. Like, again, I don't know who jungle is. I should have... Yeah, I think it's my fault just not looking up who they were. You know, like that, basically. Okay, I gotta figure out what everything is. Theron was one of the harbinger who see the world ravaged by flame. Themselves, they gave birth to unspeakable horror. Perhaps they... Oh, what the fuck? I think There's no way we win. Why I named my family it was a name for a pet dog long ago. I often wanted to name it something after a supposed important figure in a book no one ever heard of. Quite the fight that was, but in the end I won. Nice. Forgive me, I did not see you there. Hey, what was that supposed to mean? Ever since I spoke last moment with Ophelia, I found myself often sharing fear. There was one such moment in remembrance that the missive arrived. Every night I scarcely believed that letter contains, and as an answer to my heart's lamentation, this fortuitous timing is nothing of a miracle, no less than your arrival here this day, I should think. I'm about to depart on a subsequent meet with my acquaintance. You see, I cannot think of a better companion for this journey than you. Will you not indulge me? I will not begrudge your absence, but if you are so inclined, if you mean more than you know. My friend, when the steps of dawn. Pray go ahead. Pray set, and when you are ready, meet me in the front. No. Never come. I can't say you were expecting you at all. As I suppose you have a knack for assisting in matters of the... Oh, my friends, did you find it? To start from the beginning, the concerns were contracted to work on the waterways below. Naturally, this included in construction of the silted aqueduct. But during the ill-fated banquet, while we were cleaning out the tunnel, the glint and mist of debris caught our attention. I don't want to place it. Then we remembered the stone Ophelia gave you all these years ago. There's no mistake about it. It's the self-same stone. The very first stone she ever unearthed in the Halcon days, when she was still called Athelia. She was beaming with pride, and when she presented it to me, it was a gift I would treasure for years to come. So the days came when she needed it more than I. She seemed so lost that day in the walking street. As I would remind her of how far she had already come, and instill her with a little more courage to take the next step. I think she worried all this time. When searching for the waterway shortly after the collapse, we didn't find the trace of the signs, not belonging to anything. Curious that it would appear after all this time. The stone in hand, Ophelia pressed onward in her quest for true peace. Never once did she look back. Although she is gone, her legacy lives on in you, Kaiser, in the science, and in that child, Rhine. They've been on to the other, continue to walk their path. She has sent the stone back to me. This I choose to believe. She has earned her rest. I shall bury the stone that she might have peace in the hereafter. Where are you thinking? Next to where her father rests. Indeed, there's no better place than with your loved one. When that less keen to see that attack, we won't keep you any longer. We'll find a moment to go and pay respects ourselves afterwards. Until next time, take care. Thank you, both of you. was interred here in Old Chamber, but around this time of Sion's founding, he was moved to the Church of Saint Adam under the care of the Father Elud. Guys, let us seek out the Father and request his permission to bury the stone. Father, explain to the wish the purpose of this visit. I see Minfield would wish to rest her father. I know her since she was a child, but I hope one day I'll inspire a young miner following the footsteps. A difficult duty to be sure. Never past the dead, she did not let herself into the wilderness. But fate would set her aside the mantle instead of don a mantle of a far greater responsibility. She was a passionate, and then she was in her childhood. In the fire eyes, she refused to be extinguished. It was the flame that compelled me to send a sign of support by a moment's hesitation. To me, see many brave, noble souls continue right. Only reform that the right place to fade her. Forgive my, but you have not come to hear me wax nostalgia. Pray see the bearing eye of the cat eye. All blessings upon you. Thank you, Father Eloid. Her born and grave is south of this church. Raise a child, and it takes a great strength to the child walk her own path. Though it leads to danger, I have not. I need that quote for someone. 20 years ago, as Wilbur came to the risking life and limb to warn us of the great 20 years that my ambition robbed him of his life. My daughter, her whole family. We would be so proud to see you warm, compassionate, and vibrant, always ready to answer the clarion call of duty without a moment. Just like her father, in the end, the selfless would save not one but twice. Now her duty has ended, and though your worlds are apart, I pray with this stone that the precious gem of Asa, a part of her remains at your side. Just as she remains forever in my heart. Never did I imagine such greatness would be born from a beginning of so humble. I am proud to have been there for the first time to a triumph. Not only did you find gems up, you found your own path. The path you took you a place of fought danger, but you have achieved all that you ever desired. Rest now. Once you this much I have left unsaid and said. I feel as though as weight has been lifted. With a lighter heart I shall return to Modena assume doing. Whenever you may be headed, please take care. When you meet them, do pass my regards to Thancred and Ryan. And Kaiser for everything. Oh. Treatment was proven effective in stabilizing. And there's magic, maybe they're not hard to work. This happened. Interruption by Ben. Been too far on him. That Maxima, you might fit. Don't believe we have to formally introduced. As a former General Guardian Ambassador, I remain here in New York under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can hope to resolve the conflict of temperature. Ah yes, I've heard stories of you defected from Garland, but never mind that. You said you have urgent news. There's in turmoil. A special push for Garland forces have been recalled from the but the number of slow diminished. Listen, go watch. We can welcome the most unexpected visitor who claims this is de-escalation may belly grow dangerous. Alden has arranged an important meeting to discuss the revelation of the science, and then as well thought it was clear to whom I wish it would be listening. Well then, you'll be attending the meeting alone? Well, I, as well as bursting the state's comments, I shall no reason burden the single sign with all that time. You must make way for the argument with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Courtesy. Don't worry about the others. Keep an eye on them while you inquire our way. Now we're trapped, and with no time or weapons. Anyway. When all the ways to the rope, you must follow. Alright. Oh, if it isn't...
Here, Commander.
If it isn't Guy.
And I for one am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Yeah.
Not that I understand half of it. When the science spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured.
Very bright.
Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
Yeah, we boxed.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea. Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Is it Black Rose?
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
That's good.
Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Ah,
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals? With which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended.
yeah.
The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
Oh, another.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlick Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope.
Yeah,
Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all, even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
ignominy. I have.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Yeah, that's the last thing. I'm not good with choices. Favorite we pass an ultimate, but with each passing day, apply growth immortality. You cannot stay for deliver. I will not stop you, but I only ask if you confer before the first. Away home. You're ready to develop a duel. And Master, I will continue doing what safe travels, Kaiser. I hope to see you at the sun. Oh, this must be the other quest. One time, it makes you research solve press down message. Take this. And for today, I summon the others we might situation.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source? A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern.
Oh. That's...
With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Ooh, nice.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white auracite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. for soul and mind both, that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will. However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
Does voice change?
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
Oh, another date?
But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Sounds good. Just a quick reminder of what little we know. Upon the White Aurosite Foundation, we built not a prison, but a refuge of soul. When Brita were here to wonder, but Lena was rather brusque with later. Oh, she's still upset over the mishaps with the salmon fillet, do you? Not only with one smoke, but a new ultimate as well. We must. All our enemies insist on return from the grave. So I enjoy the fair share of knowledge research. It will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, we shall go and speak with Lena. Give a little more time until so next eaters has been lighted in the lakeland. I asked for your assistance. Eater, I heard some to remain after the 9 to 10. Perhaps we should call the other. The elder says that the single scene is a simple task for our guard. With that said, I've been fighting alongside the world I would be a valuable experience with. These can lead to accomplishments. They gain nothing to these victory. Do not understand your foes. However harmless they may seem, and men would do well to survive. There's another. I got the others. Alright, sorry. I'm better than you. Come on. That too. What happened on? This was a bit rougher. No, try to there's anywhere above my eyes. Let's put her down. I'll stop. Yeah. We're holding them back. If you honor her of my combat. So at the turn, I swear I will not let it. I astride an armor to go save the oracle. We are all locked behind our blade now. We are do utmost to keep the people. Another gentleman that asked me to ask for him. Your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punished, especially when you pay host. It won't happen again. My name is Kaiser. I'm sure you don't remember, but we've met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to XIV with the word darkness. Little I know I was talking to him. I don't give up, I don't give in. I keep the word close to my end in the boundless, beautiful past. Ben got the knight's return shortly before he passed. He left his world with a smile, satisfied with a glance at what was up. And there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They give us their lives to our promise of future, and they know it'll be up to us to do everything we can to fulfill the promise. No matter what happens, we won't. It was inspired all the gods and sustain. Our scouts at North Stanger Point had had the pleasure to meet you in person. Let's not keep them waiting. I haven't seen anyone when I sworn who killed this. It was you who killed us. Hey, nice job.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, "Who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness?" And he says, "No, I'm a warrior of light." And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came. A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Don't worry about it, my friend.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
Or light axe, I think.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
No problem.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Sure.
Forgive me. There is one more thing.
Oh, what is it?
A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Oh, sure. No, get out.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Right, oh, woman. What do you want to talk about?
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before. Is that so?
Yeah.
Then perhaps we might remain as we were. as we have always been. What a relief.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
Oh, fair enough. Facing the truth. I'm gonna keep doing it. I will see the other side of the first. This forest, and the lessons of where anything moral conflict among them were few. Actually, I would make that. Bye. I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, my body's so low. Oh, that was Garda. Okay, now that you're here, there's a photo I should make. In particular, but that we wish to more about the Warrior of Light, as well as they should. And nearby, I want to describe the well, then it came to be a white sun appearance. Yeah, and the people are considering to see the truth. I will give it to them. Oh. I will know the leaves of arbor. And that hell. And the rolls is scoring. Record story because of all. I would have no reason to question my narrative. Knowledge was of no use when I arrived in the first. The reputation has already been imperably distarnished. Worked tirelessly to defend their good name those early days following the flood. All they had done, I find a wonder they needed defending at all. And bring about the fall of Vorbert. As such, heroes could be spoken in the same breath as senior. I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their good deeds dwindled. In the end, the only truth remained: they were the cause of the flood. Rolled at the brink of oblivion, I was all too easy for the Warrior of Light to become villains, deserving only resentment and hate. At this point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lots have changed. Now they may have forgotten the truth. You claimed that it was Arbor who helped you overcome Emmett's cell, correct? Your leisure would do so to sway the hearts of those who know him as a villain. I have shared this with the last few, but one all must be told us. The end, we proceed after pen. We call together the people of Christ and recount the tales of a true hero of the light, the flood that followed in their wake. What do you think? I agree, but late than never. Might I ask you to continue the word of me to returning home? The rest of us will be gathering people at Christian. We will reach out to anyone who might be willing to lend an ear. The word will spread, the more will come. I thought if Arbor was there, the honor deed wouldn't be up. This memory was short, but his figure let us pray. Though surprisingly the prayer doesn't hurt. Thanks to you, a few of our coming sort of later, which is the same but come to think of it, but I had few opportunities to test my endurance. I just, of course, it's actually been quite pleasant a few moments now and then. The truth about the World of Light, but the Exile has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to tell, then I'm likely to hear it. Right. Again, you know, trouble needs whatever is one of the ship. The flood dead by someone gets out of Imagine. I'm always talking about. I imagine that would man. You know what I mean? There's no pleasure, but whatever it takes, I must be brief. Damn. But don't mind it though. Seeing the stairs full of life, this time one can almost forget the flood ever happened. There's a light, yes, I mentioned him before, but everyone knows him as the cardinal virtue, or are suggesting that it's worse than that. Well, you get to dream on. I'm willing to lend the ear, which that's your. One book doesn't care. The light in their deeds is such a negative light. Forgive me, I can't have curiosity, but I fear represents like knowledge seek. People wish to know the truth about the flood of the world of light. The search of high low, but every account portrays him as no better than serious. I know there's not always just so high, but yet I can't find proof. You wish to address the people and the truth of the world of light and the flood? How wonderful! You have regaled me with tales once before. I should love to hear it. Oh, Bashar will not come alone. These manuscripts. We're receiving. Come on. Papa, I'm inspired a new artist. I cannot think anyone capable of it. I have to say a letter, but I can bring both two of them. Didn't tell us the whole story of the War of the Light? Well, whatever, I'm only here. Sure, you like to know what really happened all those years ago. Mercury was quite near to him. Those who passed the scars passed away still. Well, the newfound knowledge of the past, they were able to predict the future. Between the four of us, I dare say we swept the Crusader Taliban. Now we need time for the people to gather. Ooh. Oh wow, we have everyone.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Oh
man, no, what do you mean?
I'm usually the first to hold forth at such events. I think on this occasion, that honor should fall to you.
No, I'm scared of more public speaking. No.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Oh my god, you are not letting me do this. Yeah, I'm not. So what about that time when any flashback? I was there, I saw it all. Sure, but they did it, they stopped it, they may have caused... They also stopped. And without Arbor's help, I could not have defeated Emmett Selk.
Wicked White? The Warriors of Light did all that?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air. Impossible.
I'm imagining too.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay. Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert. One of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home.
I've done it before multiple times.
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Why am I angry? What's going on here?
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Something's off.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Thanks.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
And that is?
That he is an Ascian.
Yeah, that makes...
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emet-Selk's failure here in the First, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen? My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. 'Twas only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emet-Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yeah.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion.
Who's that? Oh, me.
Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
It was the last time the Warrior of Light did.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association.
Yeah, he picked the right vessel.
That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, And I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
Taking Ali's advice. Upper left hand does all the pro. Corpse, the clips are horrid. We were half bent from defeat when he faced MX. Now we must find another ASEAN. Oh, it's alright. Oh, I get to meet my harems again. Testing. You did follow the word of light, and the actions of the Firefly, though I must reappear as the Arbor, or rather, curious development. He is an imposter, very sus, or that there is not. To be messed, he will appear as a hero and return from the grave. After the word of light was laid to rest in Ilmore, the people prayed the gods that might pray that these fallen heroes were born to the sacrifice. I wonder why Arbor urges the people to become more like themselves. That we take action. We must pray that Master Alpha return us. For now, it is best to think Orion. When we do confront Arbor, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think the prudent we take measures for what I will continue our research of how we might improve this further. So I might one day carry us. That's time for I return to the Great Wood. So now everything we've learned has sent us, and that one element of unique feeling. I have no reason to think Elizabeth will be as forthcoming. Fortunately, I have received a word from the finale that there are 4 unexplored chambers that have discovered the relics of the great calamity that Bellfall and ancient civilization ASEAN. Perhaps they may lead us to the truth that we seek. Would you come here? I wouldn't dream of going without you. I think for now, Alma sister will be expecting. Let us about our task. Pray give my regards to the Bills. Best I shall stay here and devote my energies to be worth. Oh, lies with him, elegant eye. It looks like we haven't seen us in age. In the passage of time, really, that difference. I mean, it looks like we haven't seen us in ages. Is the passage of time really different? I feel like an age has passed since you last graced. Let's the rocket we've accomplished since last we came with the warden. Then dispersed, we have last redeemed the land hunting ground falls. It was after we discovered more ruins. More ruins and others we now follow of traps with exploring permanent innermost chambers magic. We are all here in arrangement before an investigation could proceed. Should be summoned. We are grateful for what you did and for your necessity strong, but the wisdom of my comrades comes secret found within. The wisdom could prove invaluable, for we soon may face both aspects of ignorance. I see. It's good that we have found for Ronka were once home to the greatest weapons, knowledge and understanding. I do it to ensure you and yours do not want from either. That said, we must proceed with caution to have reached the inner chambers, such as a form determined within life. Come now, surely you are any threat sleeping with the ruins in comparison to those we have faced. Not a game, sister. You should know. You should not be eager to run headlong into danger. And who was it that planned the return to allies that we mentioned? It was clutching her staff at night, wishing it were. You promised not to tell. Then I suggest we be going. Get back here. Remind me exactly how old you and your sister is. A second time, perhaps it's a bit I do not know. Pray forgive their oversight, and none save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into a room and bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts are now burned with a curiosity that is not easily satisfied. Please, you need to apologize as a secret not to myself. I understand full well their enthusiasm. If not for your serious efforts to protect ruins, we would not afford this option. Speaking of which, I believe I can keep you away from ruins long enough. Come, let us make us... So let's find this room. You here, I suggest things will work out. Ready when you are. There's always item. Alright. Movie time. Oh wow. I remember this.
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast. Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed.
Anything?
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead. As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism.
Yeah, like that beast.
Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
What? But I only... What is happening? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
Ah, crap. Hey, what's happening? I might need that picture. Do I get to pick the card? Left pawn is begin to adjust as a wait, I don't know the answer. Depth of paw into betterment of the whole, our efforts to try. Am I? Alright, I was gooning it. What's up? What was the riddle? Riddle. Here's something I travel with. No way, it can't be that easy. No way it's that easy. What was the riddle? On belly do I crawl? Well, it's probably the only one that I haven't picked, so I'm going with the... Alright. Remember, choose wisely, you may be... I swear to God.
Let us see how you handle this.
Yeah, I know I suck. I got to pull every card. Memories are assembled together at last. One must try, you must pass. Take measures of your own worth. Now we fight. Who's tanking it? soon. It's open. I can see the defeated. That was it. That was it. I suck at guessing games. If there's luck in a game, I'm gonna lose automatically.
Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber. A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna? A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation. So potent was her spellcraft, though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
I wonder. By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tiuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
naught less than the Echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight.
Sounds like the
We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot?
You think she came here?
The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The Echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence.
Oh, it's fine. You're not knowing that like YouTubers doing this.
Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
Ooh.
Remember us.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tuna long enough. Fanau will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
You want to ask the potential lead echo. Intriguing. I took up a spellcraft on my own. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine a tomb would be found, let alone underestimate the defense of the ruins. Perhaps Simon was right, urged caution. Take a tomb and give a think about a little time. The knowledge you have a gleam will lead to understanding thus how you have what is to come. Before you leave, however, we speak again with the teachings of our forebears. Our histories were not. The legend of Tiana and her exploits has been told countless times over the century, but yet it has handed for generations and story changes. Each telling of the tale a new flourish. Details changed or lost. We can never truly know what she lived. We are now witness ancient lost echoes have endured long after you are gone, and though it will change time, I swear we shall do our best to preserve your history. You can forgive me if you don't make an oath about my own, but I think it goes without saying we can never misspeak of your heroism. Nobility. You are not among the villagers who are not known to have. Perhaps you deserve it with such reverence, but we are grateful that you may certainly have our own tales to tell the Guardian. I pray your safe as ever. We shall wait for your return open arms. In a short time we've known you, it feels like we've experienced a lifetime of adventure. Forget it. In your honor, as a record of future